Welcome to Feral Friday Podcast, Unhinged and Unbothered, a podcast where we talk about smut, dark and paranormal romance, and everything in between. Listener discretion is advised. See the episode description for more details.
I thought this was supposed to be a punishment, I rasp, breathless. Ren chuckles darkly. It will be. Before I can ask what he means, he presses more firmly against my clit. It's enough to have me crying out again, arching into the pleasure he's drawing from me, feeling the first waves of my orgasm crest, and Ren pulls back, leaving me wanting and frustrated and shivering with the sudden rush of cool air against my skin. No, I cry out as he takes a step away. Even in the deep midnight darkness, I feel completely exposed, especially when Ren steps sideways into another of his pocket realms and I'm left alone. No? The question breaks against my back a moment before I'm pressed up against Ren's broad chest. I yelp in surprise, but he's right there to swallow the sound in a deep, plundering kiss. It goes on until a new sensation has me pulling away with a gasp and looking down. Ren's thick maroon tail caresses its way up my leg. He leans over me and watches himself torture me inch by excruciating inch as it moves higher up my thigh toward my empty, wanting pussy. When he gets to the crease at the top of my thigh and stops, I make a sound that's completely unintelligible. Something between a moan of protest and a garbled plea. And when he dips the blunted tip just inside, that noise turns into a broken groan. I grasp at the arm he has banded around my waist, digging my nails into him and squirming at the alien sensation of his tail in me. Relax, Rosie, he commands, mouth trailing a line of biting kisses against my neck. Relax? He wants me to relax? I'm completely naked in the middle of the woods with a demon's tail in my pussy, and he wants me to relax? Moaning again, I shift restlessly against him, and he clicks his tongue in disapproval. So impatient, and here I thought you were going to be a sweet, obedient witch for me. Again, the noise I make is nowhere near intelligible, but Ren has little mercy on me as he pulls his tail out, then eases back in. Over and over, he works himself inside, stretching me, testing to see how much I can handle. He drops a hand to circle my clit, and I rear back against him, pressing hard into his muscled chest. It's good, so damn good. And even though a distant part of my brain might be able to register just how absolutely fucking strange it is at the same time, being here, naked in the woods, letting a demon put his tail in me, it doesn't matter. All that matters is me and Ren, the magic flowing between us, the pleasure he's giving me. It builds higher and hotter, bringing me close, so close. At least until he slides his tail out of me and disappears again. And that was an excerpt from Monsters Manor by Lee Miller.
I do love some good tail play.
It was.
Yeah.
So that story was, it's a shorty. It's under 200 pages. And it's really cute. Like, it's a really cute,
Incredible
shorty. I liked it a lot. It was a male, female romance of a demon, a witch, and a shadow guy. But it was good. It was really good. It was cute. I liked it.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Same.
I like tail play.
Yeah, me too. Shadow daddies are in.
It's good. Particularly with demons.
You don't
Something
say.
About that
It works.
No, that was a good one. That was. I like
Yeah,
it though. You want me to
when
relax?
I got to that part, I was like, this is what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm. I liked the little, that we found out like halfway through that she was naked in the woods. It was like, oh,
Yes.
oh, okay, this is
It's
adding.
like post
Sounds like a horrible
I
It's
experience.
just
like
imagine pine
post-bonfire.
beetles.
To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes,
Oh, yeah.
pine needles,
Pine
cones.
cones. Yeah.
Bark, the bark of the tree.
There,
Yeah. So many things.
Just scratchy.
That.
also,
Bugs.
aren't there like
Yeah.
ticks in the
Oh,
woods?
bugs.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, let's be real. Have you guys ever stepped on an acorn? Because that's pretty much the equivalent of
It
stepping
hurts.
on a Lego.
It hurts.
It
Ugh.
hurts. You're just walking through the woods doing your witchcraft, and you step on one acorn, and you're done.
That's
your,
it.
Your ritual's over because you're like, I'm crying
Oh,
in pain.
hate that so much.
Not that it's happened from experience.
Definitely
Of
not a
course
real life
not.
experience.
No. No.
We don't practice
Definitely
witchcraft.
not.
We're good
None of that.
Christians.
Our Christian Minecraft
Yes,
podcast.
definitely.
Which
Yes.
is
Yes.
which is
yes.
why we read Monster Smut. Duh.
Of course, we gotta get it somewhere.
They go hand in hand.
Speaking of, Marie, what are you reading this week?
This week, I am reading Queen of the Lost Boys by T.S. Kinley. It is the third installment of the Neverland Chronicles because I have fallen down a dark, dark hole of Peter Pan retellings. I think I've read like 5 in the past 2 weeks, which is a little intense. But I do
You'll be the
love
expert.
myself some Peter, so very interesting. Sarah, too, how about you? What are you up to? What are you reading?
So I haven't started this yet. I just finished Crescent City 2 last night, and then I read The Monster Manor last night. And tonight I'm gonna start The Princess and the Evil Queen, which is a Snow White retelling, a lesbian romance retelling of Snow White.
Go you.
So we're gonna see how that goes.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, we're gonna start with this one because it's lesbian romance, and
Why not?
that sounds like what I want right now. Oh, and who's that by? That's by Lola Andrews, who I've never read, so we'll see. Yeah. Ivy, what are you reading?
I am reading Hunger of the Gods by John. I have jumped back into my fantasy
That sounds
era.
amazing.
And I think
Yeah.
that John Gwynne is one of the best writers ever. I'm just gonna say it. He
Yeah.
wrote.
Do it.
Yeah, I know. I
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
After I read his first series, The Faithful and the Fallen, I was like, you know what? Like, this is really good. And I even thought, like, this is probably one of the best fantasy series that I've ever read. And then I held off on his next series, the one that I'm on right now, for a really long time because this one's based off like Norse mythology, and I'm not really interested in that at all. But I was bored, gave it a try, and I'm like, you know what? I still don't even really like Norse mythology. It's fucking amazing. Like, this series is still really good. I'm devouring it. The first book I read in a single pool tournament because I just couldn't put it down. So it's incredible. Sarah 1, what are you reading?
I am currently reading it's called A Revel at the Court of Claws by C.K. Beggan, and it's part of our book club's fairy tale retelling month.
Yay.
And it is just pure chaos. I have not seen any sex yet. And I am at 50%.
Oh.
There's been a kiss.
Spicy.
A very tepid, like a nothing burger of a kiss. But there's witches. There has been every possible fae being so far because they're at a fae like party. But there's also mentions of the Valkyrie and also the Wild Hunt. So I'm just like, what's left? They were like, they had like bought a bag of like fae lore and just like dumped it out
Here
into
you
this
go.
book. And they're
Mix
like,
it
okay.
around. Pick something out.
I was like, none of this makes sense. So I was like, are we going? But there's like trigger warnings, so like there's gonna be sex at some point. But I was like,
Yes.
is this gonna be at like the 95% point, and then they're gonna bang?
And it was
for
the most
3
amazing
minutes
bang of
later?
their life, probably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a virgin. So,
Right.
you know, of course, you know,
Oh.
it's a retelling of
Oh.
Sleeping Beauty.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
No sleep has happened.
Okay.
She slept for 3 days actually, but like in the book it was like 3 sentences. So I'm like, what's happening
Really?
here?
What?
I'm confused.
All done.
But yeah. So, Kitty, what are you reading?
I am once again still.
Kitty. I'm
I
shocked.
I guess. Is it?
It's
same
still
girl
girl
dick.
dick. I have literally not read anything. I have not read anything for the last 2 weeks, except for my other book
Kitty,
club.
blink twice if you need help.
And
Like, I'm concerned.
It's rough out
I'm
here.
worried.
Let me tell you.
I was
I
about
don't
to
know
say.
what's going on, but
I personally love that the series has you in a chokehold.
well, I mean, I haven't even read it though. Like, I'm just stuck. I just have not been reading, period. Other
Aw.
than my one other that I have to read every week. Yeah, I don't know what. Like, I love it. There's no reason to not be reading it. I just have not been in a reading mindset, and I don't know why. So, yeah. Still on the same Climbing Up That Mountain by Lexa Luthor, which I love. It's so amazing. Love it. All the girl dick. Omegaverse.
I have an audiobook series for you.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I haven't even
it's
been
one I was
listening
talking
to
about last
audiobooks.
week, or the week. Yeah.
You
You could read Rumpelstiltskin. I read that last
Yeah.
week. It's like 40 pages.
I picked that on purpose.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, I didn't
easy.
pick it on purpose.
One
There
of-
was
Yeah.
2 Rumpelstiltskin books on Kindle Unlimited to choose from. And I was like, all right, I guess we'll go with this one. Great. Perfect.
It's not good,
Perfect.
but
That's
it's only 40
my
pages.
style.
Mm,
So if you need to get back on the reading horse,
that's
You're
a good,
welcome.
good idea. Yeah, we'll see what happens this
and
week.
there are horses. So
Oh, well,
Trixie
I am a
skills?
horse girl, so
Trixie skills.
Trixie.
Trixie skills.
yeah,
That's me. That's me.
Well, welcome to Monster
Yep.
May, everybody.
Yep.
Monster
Woo.
May.
We
We-
made it.
We
We're
may. We
We're
may.
ready.
It's gonna be May.
We made
Look,
it.
I didn't even do that. That wasn't even me.
I didn't
doing the
even
pun
catch
joke.
it. I know. Thank you, Ivy,
Ba-dum,
for
bum,
catching
ba-da-dum.
I love it. I love it.
But yes, we're gonna have 4 straight
I'm very
weeks
excited.
of monsters.
No.
Not necessarily straight monsters.
I'm very excited.
But monsters. Straight monsters, gay monsters, bisexual monsters.
All the monsters.
Across
Um.
all the rainbow of monsters. Orcs, krakens.
A rainbow
Demons.
of monsters. We'll have some themes of what kind of monsters each week, but we thought we would start this month off with a little game. Since the gang's all here, we wanted to play the monster dating game again.
It was so much fun last night.
Revisit that. So, because we've had a couple of weeks in a row, we've been like hitting it hard,
We are very good at this.
and being responsible. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to play this game again because it was so fun. And so now that there's more than 3 of us,
Yeah.
I think there was only 3 of us last time when we played. So, yeah, so we'll play that, and then we'll have 3 weeks of monsters, and monsters. Yeah, and I think
Woo.
that's actually gonna wrap season 2.
That
Technically,
is wild.
That is wild.
Yeah,
How did we
which
get
is pretty
here?
wild. But
Yeah.
crazy.
We
I
did
know.
it.
We did it. We're
We
amazing.
did it. Yeah. So everybody has been sent their super secret monsters. I'll do a quick recap of the rules, which is basically, it's the dating game. So we're going to start out with a bachelorette. It doesn't really matter what the gender is on that, because everybody's monsters are all mixed up. And that person will choose a question card and then ask each of the other single monsters those questions. All of us monsters will have sets of answer cards, and then we want to choose the answer card that best represents the question. And yeah, the bachelor will tell us how they want the answers. Like, they want funny, they want serious, they want unhinged, do they want sexy? Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
And then they'll pick their favorite, and each favorite gets a point. So at the end of the round, the 3 questions on the question card will be their date.
Let's do it.
So,
yeah,
Who's
simple. Does not require very many brains.
I don't have many.
So
Great, because I have none.
Ivy deserves love. So Ivy is going to be our first bachelor tonight. So Ivy, you're going to use page 13 for your questions. All of us just going to take a moment. We're going to choose our first monster. Your monster is going to be secret. But you're going to impersonate that monster.
All right. Perfect. I picked a really good one for this one. I have to channel my inner Regina George.
All right, well, I need to know who our bachelor is before I choose my monster.
Thank you. That should give you hints. Well,
so you are now your monster. That's your personality now until the end of this
should I change my voice? No, that's too much pressure.
Yes, now you're going to introduce yourself as your monster.
My name is Vera, and I am a Gorgon. And I think that you all are going to try your best, but I don't know if any of you are going to be good enough for me.
Already excited.
Got it. I know who my monster is.
But side note, is butter a carb? So my first question for all of my willing bachelors, bachelorettes, and bachelorexes. I catch your eye at a party, but I have lots of suitors, of course. How do you get my attention?
Yep, got it.
Yep. Me too.
Oh, yes. Alright. On theme. On theme. Yes.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. Got it.
Alright, who goes first?
That's for our,
Oh,
Miss
Vera
Vera
doesn't know
to
her names,
decide.
though.
I don't, but I will call you by your
Our human
plebeian names.
Perfect.
Marie. I catch your eye at a party, but I obviously have lots of suitors. How do you get my attention?
Load smoke signals.
I'm just imagining a smoky penis.
Yeah.
Floating up the air.
Interesting.
Lewd smoke signals?
That's
You know how people can do like donuts with smoke?
Yeah.
Well, imagine more interesting shapes
Okay.
for the things I can do.
All right. Kitty, how do you get my attention?
Well, you see here, in order to get your attention, I am here to offer you
Oh my
an
god.
exclusive cult membership ring. And this exclusive cult membership ring does grant you access to our secret cult underground facilities, which include things like, very expensive high-end pool tables, swimming pools,
It does.
everything you can ever imagine.
This almost feels targeted.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I'm just telling it like it is. So thank you for the opportunity.
Sarah, too. How do you get my attention?
Well, I'm going to get your attention in true Mean Girls fashion by making a DIY shirt.
Are you gonna cut out boob holes?
I am going to cut out boob holes. Absolutely. And my whatever's poking through the boob holes, I guess, you know what? They'll be my nipples. Why not? We're going bare. It's whatever your favorite color is. My nipples will be whatever your favorite color is.
Green. Okay, interesting.
Hot.
Sarah 1, how do you get my attention?
Well, I grew up a little bit sheltered, so I'm not used to big city life, but this seems like it would maybe grab your attention, and it certainly grabbed my attention, because I'm not used to seeing this down on the farm. But I'm going to grab your attention with an erotic VR arcade machine.
Oh,
It's
wow.
called Dragon Heat, and it's Thrust Your Senses.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like you can put on a pair of underwear and then you can thrust things. Yeah,
Okay.
Does it vibrate?
I'm assuming so. So that's kind of how I'm going to get your attention, little Miss Gorgon over there.
It's like a
Yeah,
flashlight,
situation. But it's like a whole arcade machine.
but with
yeah.
a video.
I think you even step into it, but there's definitely a pair of underwear that you put on, which is a little concerning because maybe it's communal underwear, but you know.
Ew.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We don't think about that.
We're going to assume that maybe it's our own private VR machine.
Right.
Yeah.
we're gonna pray. Okay. So, I guess you all did a passable job at answering that question. But obviously, my standards are really high as a Gorgon. You can't just impress me, you have to impress all the snakes on my head, too.
Okay.
So, my next question, you get to use 2 cards. So,
Wait, you have to pick a winner.
oh, I thought
I thought we
one of
picked
us-
the
I thought
winner
we
at the
went
end.
through all 3.
No, you pick one
Oh.
each time.
Oh,
Because then you have a
and
point
then
for
whoever has
each
the most
one.
points. Okay.
I know I didn't explain the rules explicitly.
Sorry.
again.
Yeah.
I thought you remembered.
no, I
thought-
I forgot. I
okay.
thought we went through all
It's
3
okay.
questions on the card.
How dare you didn't remember something from 3 months ago?
I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Nice
Was
try.
it that long ago? Oh my god.
Well,
You even got points.
those were all, like I said, passable answers.
Rough crowd.
But yeah, well, like I said, you're not just trying to impress me, you're trying to impress my legion of snakes that just, I guess, grow from my head. Not sure how that works. I have to go with the cult ring.
Of course, Kitty, the cult leader, wins.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Obviously.
Thank you.
It's
It's
not.
not rigged. Don't worry.
Alright.
So who's my lucky bachelor ex?
No, she doesn't. You have to do all 3 questions.
So-
And then whoever gets the
Is the winner.
most at the
But
end.
what if it's a
then
3?
they reveal
But what if
themselves.
it's a
That's your
3-way
fate.
tie?
then we do another question. Or you go on a threesome date.
Why
What if
choose?
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Why choose?
Yeah, we can do why choose. We can do some poly.
All right, so my next question.
I mean, like,
Then, blowing straight past all that.
You have multiple snakes on your head.
That's
a lot of mouths.
What pet names do we use for each other? And I need two cards here because I need to know how this is going both directions.
Oh.
Pet name.
And because
What
pet names do we use for each other? But you use two of your.
Oh, so we do one pet name that we call you and one that
Correct.
you us. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
And because I know that all of you need some extra time in order to make them just so great, because I deserve it, I'm gonna turn my light back on because I don't have to take pictures of the sunset anymore. So I'll be right back.
Oh my, this is gonna be
I guess? Alright. I'm not pleased, but it'll do.
Okay.
That was sassy Marie, that look that you just gave the camera. I wish our listeners could have seen that. Guys, Marie just gave me like come and get me eyes.
Hi.
I am trying to win over here.
Whatever it takes.
Scored my husband somehow.
okay.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna go in reverse order to make it fair. Sara 1. What pet names are we using for each other?
Well, I like to call you the Totem of Zagord, Deity of Despair. I know it's a mouthful, but I feel like it really encapsulates just how magical
I
and
am a
mythical
god.
you are. And like you are a god to me. And then you like to call me Lemon because I'm a little sassy and a little tart.
I love it. 10 out of 10. Sara 2. What are our pet names for each other?
So my pet name for you, because you're so sexy and such a good ride, is you're my post-apocalyptic ride.
Oh.
I'll make your world end, baby.
Wow. And your pet name for me, because I'm magical but a little dopey, is Wizard Cat.
Stop, that's so cute.
Cute. Oh my god.
God,
That's great.
that's
You are Wizard
adorable.
Cat.
Meow.
Kitty, what are our pet names for each other?
So, I call you an unexpected gift because you're
Aw.
just
my
the
eyes.
best thing in my life. And
Wrong, you should have
call
expected me. I'm the best thing. Just joking.
You're unexpected.
You should always expect greatness to walk into your life.
Oh, you're right. Okay, but you call me. Okay, You have to follow along with me here. It's You Call Me Arnest Saddle, which stands for a Russian novel about serious topics such as death and love. Arnest Saddle is what you call me. And I just think it because who else would read Russian novels about serious topics such as death and love but me?
That does track.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
The person behind Vera, the mean Gorgon, is reading Anna Karenina.
Of course. See? It fits.
Oh, Marie, what are your pet names for us?
So I would call you evil gummy bears because you're both naughty but sweet, like candy, like sour candy. And then
Yeah.
and that you would call me a very handsome corgi. Because I am here for the ear scritches and the belly rub. I will rock your world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corgi.
Corgi. All corgis are very handsome. All of them.
God, I wish either Marie and Sara too had gotten Wizard Cat and Corgi,
Right.
or
We could be besties.
yeah.
Well, if you don't pick one of us, I guess Sara.
Well,
too.
no, actually, Marie, you did get that point, but Sara won. You were a very,
Oh.
very close second. Okay,
Called you a deity.
you
Come
did.
on.
Yes, but I'm a mean girl with a soft side. I like to be called a sour gummy worm. All right. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we are to our last question. Now, I personally can't see this for me because I'm never gonna get old, but we've been married for 30 years and we're stuck in a routine. How do you rekindle the flame? Because it's definitely your job and not mine, because I'm completely perfect and never do anything wrong. Marie's facial expressions tonight are a 10 out of 10. The glare I just got sent.
I'm over here like, which one do I pick?
I don't know which direction I want to go in. If I want to go unhinged or if I want to go kind of legit. All right.
It's gonna be
We
insane.
need like little emojis. We need to be able to raise our hand to be ready.
Make eye contact with the camera.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
I can tell when Kitty's ready because she puts her phone down.
Okay. I'll just go.
That's when you just pick something random.
Oh, I
Alright.
got random.
Sara 2. How are you rekindling the flame?
I'm gonna bring the spark back with a very romantic evening, and we're gonna start off that evening with some good old toilet wine. And
That's literally what it
There
said.
might be a little
Good
dust on the
old
bottom.
Toilet wine.
I didn't embellish any of that. And we're gonna get good and drunk and bow wow chicka bow wow.
I mean, that's how I got married, so.
Bring it back.
Kitty, how are you rekindling our flame?
I am rekindling our flame in a way that may not seem romantic at the start, but you have to remember that math is sexy to some people. Okay. Yep. And so I am going to rekindle the flame by a disruptive innovation in multiplication tables.
I love multiplication tables.
And I don't know if you can see the meme, but the exploding, and I think I'm just gonna put aside all of my hatred of math, and I'm really gonna focus on you and disrupting and innovating multiplication tables.
I love that you cater to Ivy as a person.
Yeah.
I personally don't know how Vera feels about
the Gorgon
multiplication tables, but I do love that you are catering to my tastes, cult leading and multiplication.
It's a simple life.
I am who I am, you know.
Oh, lordy.
Very simple.
All right, Marie. What is your answer?
I shall be rekindling the flame with an inflatable boyfriend who looks very happy to be pumped in the back. They bring flowers.
You know, can't go wrong with that.
And the pump.
Amazing.
Right, Sara won. We've been married for 30 years, and we're stuck in a routine. How do you rekindle the flame?
I'm going to rekindle the flame by getting us a cursed locket. And just seeing where that takes us.
To hell.
Maybe it will just add some adventure to our lives and, you know, bring us closer together by trying to uncurse it, by trying to find its rightful owner. Who knows where it'll take us? But we never know what could happen. It might not hurt us, but it could cause some, you know, craziness that will bring us closer together. And those movies super old. How much damage could a cursed locket do?
Oh, I mean, I'm a Gorgon, so I'm pretty much an undying deity, I think. But
yeah, you're already cursed.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. It's something my mother always throws in my face.
I'm just a little country bumpkin. Sorry, I don't know, you know, the social graces of these things.
All right. The Bachelorette who has won today, I love the idea of a blow-up boyfriend to spice up things. So congratulations, Marie. You have been very competitive. Yeah, all of your answers were great. Kitty, you don't have to cry. It's okay.
Wait, so is Marie the winner?
Marie is the winner.
Marie.
So I get to reveal who I am now.
You do.
I am Damien, the demonic bad boy.
Ooh. I feel like
the bad boy and the mean girl. Well. Oh my god.
Makes the inflatable boyfriend a lot more interesting too.
It does, and especially with the cold open about demons. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And Damien is too gay to function.
Together.
Well, we should reveal everybody else's monsters.
Yeah,
so we can see who the candidates were.
You're gonna be so upset at mine.
What is it?
Do you want to know who you passed by?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Who's the cult leader?
Noodles. You passed up
Just a
noodles.
little thing.
Noodles.
Noodles.
How?
Alone
How can you
forever.
say no to that face?
Trust me,
How?
I know. I was noodles last.
How?
I know. I was
How?
noodles.
How?
I was. I had noodles last time,
I
and
know.
one of you said no to noodles
I
too.
know.
I feel noodles is
Aw.
pain.
Yeah.
Poor
Noodles
Noodles.
is-
Noodles?
Noodles. Justice
That's a really
for
good
noodles.
name for a very
Noodles,
handsome corgi.
Noodles needs
That's my
Justice
dog's
for
name.
noodles.
Yeah, Noodles
Aw.
needs
Well-
a really good date.
You also passed up Jacqueline, the farming pumpkin.
Oh,
Cute.
that's adorable.
Where's Jake Quellen?
Jake
Jake?
Well.
You would have been fed so well with all the fresh
True.
produce.
She's very cute.
Yeah,
Just a
She
little
is
country
cute.
bumpkin.
she is.
All right, Sarah, too.
Well-
Who are you?
In the worst character play that ever happens, because I'm terrible at staying in character, you passed up on Oz, the
Oh.
jittery personification of fear.
Poor Oz.
I'm sorry, but Vera, the mean Gorgon, would have walked all over him.
Eaten him alive.
Yeah.
That would have been the worst pairing ever.
That's why I picked him.
I think that the mean girl ending up with the bad boy, I think that works really well.
That's perfect.
It's
Oh, yeah.
perfect. It is perfect.
That is like
Aw.
straight out of like a 90s teen romance movie.
She's all that.
Perfect. Yes.
Exactly.
So I made Tony watch that movie when we got together, and now I think he thinks it's like my favorite movie because every time it's on, he puts it on, and I'm just like,
trying to
oh,
explain it to
God.
Johnny.
Great.
Like it was on, and I was like, oh my god, like this movie is so like absurd and ridiculous. And I'm trying to like explain the premise, and Johnny's like, huh, what? And I'm like, what? Do you not know this movie? This was like
it's
the
quintessential,
pinnacle
honestly.
movie of our teenage years. Like,
Yeah.
It's huge. And he was like, huh?
She's
Huh?
like that.
My
Can't
name
hardly
is
wait.
what?
Those movies
Mhm.
are just
Never been kissed.
oh
yeah.
so good.
Solid.
Yeah.
so terrible,
All of it.
so good,
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
Alright.
combination.
like perfect. Well, I think
Monster
this was a
May. Here we go.
perfect kickoff to Monster May. We had some
Oh,
monster
yeah.
dates.
So
We'll
good.
put up our pairings. We'll
What
put
are we
up the
doing?
monsters. And then next week
Are we doing
going to-
Tentacles?
What are we doing next week? I had it all written down.
Yeah, are we
So-
tentacles or are we like orcs?
Next week is tentacles and sea creatures.
Ooh, yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Release the
Cotillos.
Cotillos.
Cotillos. Yes.
What do you call the
Cloaca.
cloaca?
Cloaca. Cloaca.
Yes. Or as
Mhm.
Trish Heinrich calls them, cock pockets.
Perfect. Yes.
Love.
That
Or like
is
some just
my
Grey's
new favorite
Anatomy.
name.
I don't think I can ever call it anything else ever again. I'm like, that's the best way to call it. It's so much easier to
It's
say.
accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's very
But
true.
yes,
Tried it.
tentacles.
I'm
and sea
excited. It's
creatures
gonna be
and
great.
all the
Buckle
things
up.
next week, and then the following week we will have orcs and gargoyles, and then we will have shifters and orcs and shreks, and then I think we'll also
Amazing.
have like a Satan and devil week.
Nice.
Demons. Yeah.
That'll be great.
So
Yes.
all the
Okay.
amazing
Love that tail
things.
play.
Yes, tail play.
Yay.
Woo!
Yay.
So, all right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week. Like, subscribe, leave us a review if you want. It helps us. But yeah, thanks.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
You're open-minded.
Yeah,
friends.
you're.
Like,
Yes.
Tell grandma. You never
let's
know.
not traumatize anyone.
You never know. You never know.
You-
Unless they're
Okay.
into that, then you know.
Yeah.
I actually think that if my grandma listened, keep in mind my grandma's turning 91 this year. I think if my grandma listened to this, she'd be like, hell yeah.
Love it.
I
So you
think
know what,
my
shout out to
grandma
you.
would.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Glada.
Yeah,
Aw,
Glada.
Love you, Glada.
All right.
Alright.
We'll see you next
week.
time. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Feral Friday podcast. Join us every Friday for unhinged shenanigans, books, games, and more. You can find us on Instagram at Feral Friday Pod. Did you know we have a website? Visit us at www.feralfridaypod.com. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. If you'd like us to cover a particular book or series, please send us an email at bferal@feralfridaypod.com. Happy reading!
Feral Friday.